Civil War is an action war movie directed by Garland that features three news reporters trying to get from one side of the country to the other to capture the end of an ongoing civil war that's happening in a dystopian future America. And while that sounds like a brilliant idea, I'm here to tell you it was executed so poorly inside of this film. They have one of the most interesting ideas possible, a future civil war happening in America, and they're releasing it during an election year. There's so much you can do here, and this film completely misses the landing on that idea. As I mentioned, they're getting from point A to point B to capture the final moments of the Civil War, so a majority of this movie is spent on a road trip from one side of the country to the other, which is another great idea that you can do a lot with, but they just don't here. I mean, they had so many opportunities to show you how war-torn the country was in different parts and sectors in different states of America, but no. You get a boring road trip movie. You get 1 to 2 exciting things, interesting things kind of happening on this road trip, which the majority of the movie is spent on. And by the time they make it to their destination, Washington, D.C., it's already the third act of the film. You've already sat through the first and second act. You've already sat through a majority of this film with damn near nothing happening outside of it showing you disturbing one-shot scenes of dead bodies just laid out on the ground and the shocking elements that come with seeing that. This film does absolutely nothing with it. It's so boring. One of the most boring theater experiences I've had. One of the most disappointing theater experiences I've had. I was so hyped for this movie, so excited, couldn't wait to see it on the big screen, and it just was nothing to be excited for. Now, I will say the third act of this film, the ending of this film, it's what you wanted throughout the entire film. You finally get it in the final 30 minutes of this movie, and it was spectacular. It was very solid. These final ending scenes where you are finally getting the Civil War that you came to the movie for, that you came to watch. But by the time you get there, you sat through so much nonsense, and when you do finally get it, it's so short-lived. You're hardly invested, so the whole moment, their big moment, doesn't hold any weight whatsoever. And I will say, there is great acting inside of this movie. That is one area that this movie could lean on, is it had a great cast, but a great cast isn't going to save you from a boring movie or a bad script or just not utilizing the brilliant idea that you have at your fingertips. This was one of the most disappointing A24 movies I've seen, and that studio is very near and dear to my heart. They've released a large amount of my favorite movies of all time, and in the end, maybe it just didn't have a big enough budget to stretch these ideas because it's such a large idea, but it is what it is. With that being said, let's just drop the official score for Civil War by A24. I'm going to go ahead and give this film a 5 out of 10. It gets a 5 out of 10. Being boring is such a huge cinema sin. You can't get away with that. And we probably won't see another Civil War movie for years and years after the release of this. I mean, they've already taken the idea and the name, and then they just didn't do anything with it for the most part. Now, perhaps with a second watch, I'd have a different opinion on it, but honestly, I can't even find myself sitting through this movie for a second time. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Civil War. Let me know your thoughts on the 2024 movie Civil War down in the comment section down below. Did you like this movie? Did you feel closer to me in my opinion? Do you feel like, you got your hopes up for this film, or were you satisfied with what they delivered here? Let me know your thoughts down below. If you don't know what we do here on Demigod ENT, we do movie reviews, movie reactions, and movie-based content. So if you're interested in that, this is the right place for that. Hit subscribe. You're going to get more of this type of content here on this channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and make sure you go check out the gaming channel, DGE Gaming. I'm going to link that right there up above. Go check that out. Doing some interesting videos over there, some interesting playthroughs. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.